hood, scrapes on his side, but this guy ain't no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them girls, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. A laugh them a go laugh, a run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Just do it very quick, do it very shortly. Just do it, just do it. One of them chicks say you just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. They shut it down on GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying hard to dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun tally for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Do it very quick, do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we gonna really expedite the extra dime. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Do it very quick, do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hood, scrapes on his side, but this guy ain't no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them girls, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. I laugh them, I go laugh. I run them, I go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say you just come real quick. They say what wrong, why you moving so frantic? He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. Say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. You shut it down and GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh. All them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying hard to dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun tally for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right. This ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extradite. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hood, scrapes on his side, but this guy no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land us give you a fright. That's why he just pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent them half and them gas them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. A laugh them a go laugh, a run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a selfie. Tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a selfie. Tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. We're ready to go with Courdel Jones. You know it's gonna be real from 8 to 9. Bringing vibes you can feel. News, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we've got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, your toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. To the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Oh, oh, oh. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the glow. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow.
And welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. Happy to be here with you. I had an early morning. And look, the Livewire family don't let you lapse. Everybody in my inbox is 7 a.m., 7 p.m. Warm G, it's 7:42. What's going on? Now, let me tell y'all something, right? First of all, morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Special good morning to the persons in the comment section. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your continued support. Now, this morning, late last evening, I would have posted online that we would have had a live at 7. I wanted to, based on the information shared with me, we wanted to catch everything in action as it unfolded. Nevertheless, persons that are involved, very well connected, So the person did not end up showing up at the airport. But I'll share that information here with you this morning. So, Mr. Mitchell Caesar, the head of the Special Crimes Unit, or the Major Crimes Unit from the Criminal Investigation Department of the Guyana Police Force, would have had his visa revoked. So he was scheduled to leave on a flight this morning to go to the United States. That would have turned out bad for him. So I personally think, given his position, the information somehow got to him, so he just didn't show up. But as I said before, as I said just now, Mr. Mitchell Caesar, and I wouldn't give you this information if it wasn't true. That's why I didn't say anything on the live early. I wanted him to show up, and then we would have gone into all the details. But as of now, Mr. Mitchell Caesar, I think he's a senior superintendent of the Guyana Police Force, was scheduled to leave the country this morning with American Airlines. Our sources would have confirmed that his visa was revoked, and he would have been refused entry on that flight. So my intention was to tackle him when he was coming back out to the departure lounge. But Mr. Caesar did not show up. But that is very credible information. Now, his visa was specifically revoked because of association and other dealings with the Mohammed's entity. So more and more, we're seeing Guyanese being affected for their connection to this family. The family like a coronavirus. Anybody go wrong it, infected. You may survive, you may not. But that is the bottom line. So our lead investigator, the Major Crimes Unit, has had his visa revoked based on this is Mitchell Caesar Sally Jones, based on his association with the Mohammeds. He is now been sanctioned by U.S. authorities. Well, I don't want to say sanctioned. His visa has been revoked, so he's unable to traverse as he like to the United States back and forth. We'll have some more information in relation to this a little later in the day. The as I said, we wanted to no, Laverne Singh, not the head of CID. The head of CID is Blanham, Wendell Blanham, right? He's the head of the Major Crimes Unit, which is a department within the CID. Right? So, and if you remember, there was a policeman who was sharing information some time back. Mr. Boston or Bascom, one out of the two, I can't remember. He's a former policeman, and he had made several allegations against the Mohammeds, Mr. Caesar as well, and in relation to this whole paper sharks matter. You understand? So more and more we're getting information as to say he's important because we don't know who he is. Guyanese would know who Mitchell Caesar is, right? He's a pretty well-known police detective in the country, right? So that was the reason I went to the airport this morning. As I said, Mitchell Caesar's visa was revoked by U.S. authorities based on his activities, or his association, I should say, and allegations of corrupt practices in relation to the Mohammeds, right? So that's it. I know it wasn't 7, but at least y'all get the information, and it is what it is, right? But let's not pretend we don't see what's happening in Guyana right now, right? Let's not pretend we don't see what's happening in Guyana right now. The country is now facing a political crisis because of government policy. The country is facing political noise because of one individual, right? Because of one individual, Azardine Mohammed, who is entangled in serious international legal trouble and is attempting to turn that into a that reality into a political drama. Right? Again, more and more Guyanese are being ensnared by the web of the Mohammeds. These are not rumors. These are not political attacks. These are formal legal matters involving indictments in the United States and extradition proceedings moving through Guyana's courts. Courts, not politicians, not supporters, and certainly not social media, will determine the outcome of this matter. The courts will. Right? Here it is. What is the uncomfortable truth? When the legal walls start closing in, the volume of accusations made by the Mohammed camp gets louder. Right? We've been hearing all sorts of things over the past weeks. This body got house, this body got land, this body got car, this body got gas station, this body got something else. Look, just the other day, he on Peter Lewis case about some Brazilians and all kind of thing. And up to now, we can't hear from him about his father's sentiments of Africans. But we have Tabitha on a new show, an African Guyanese, formerly from the most Afrocentric party in the entire world, the WPA. And not to mention, nothing to reassure the Afro-Guyanese out there that, hey, this is not as serious as it is. Or, hey, we're going to hold Nazar accountable for that. Nothing. Just more loud accusations and noise for distraction purposes. So suddenly, everybody corrupt. Suddenly, every minute's the guilty. Suddenly, contractors, private citizens, and public officials are dragged into accusations with no evidence, no filings, no affidavits anywhere, just noise. Remember, all these things that Mohammed alleging, he could go to court as the opposition leader wannabe. Is what Brian Max said. Not so happy. Some think fancy thing Brian Max. Not the Portuguese one, the Rasta Brian Max, man. He had a fancy thing he said, but he's playing with words well. Right? All this stuff they did, raising accusations against everybody. No evidence of anything. And mind you, Mohammeds could go to civil court on some of these accusations and revelations that he's having and seek justice on behalf of the Guyanese people. Right? But instead of producing evidence, all you get is noise. Now, my Guyanese people understand clearly. This is not accountability. This is distraction. Let's deal with the push to make Azardine Mohammed opposition leader. Right? In my opinion, that call is reckless. That's the first thing we look at. Making Azardine Mohammed opposition leader. The office of opposition leader is not a panic room. It is not a shield. It is not a legal escape hatch. It is a constitutional office meant to provide serious policy-driven oversight of government, not a platform to live stream grievances and fight personal legal battles. No democracy survives when constitutional offices are treated like personal bunkers. Guyana cannot and must not normalize the idea that someone under attack or active, not attack, but active extradition proceedings should be elevated into one of the highest offices of the land to complicate or to delay accountability. That is not democracy. That is abuse of institutions. And while all of this noise is happening, let's be clear about what is being targeted. Guyana's development momentum. This country is building roads, bridges, factories, energy infrastructure, housing schemes, and industrial capacity at a pace we have never seen before. Investors are committing billions because Guyana is stable, predictable, and governed by institutions, not personalities. Daily scandal politics threatens that stability. You cannot tell investors that Guyana is serious about development while allowing every unproven accusation to dominate the national conversation. You cannot build factories in a climate of chaos. Now, let's talk about the ministers being targeted. Minister Susan Rodriguez, Minister Zulfikar Mustafa. There are others, but these are the main two that you're hearing about all the time. The pattern is the same every time. Throw an accusation, force a public defense, then move to the next target. No police report because, listen, if you're saying that these persons acquire these things illegally, the police should be involved. Right? So no police report, no civil filing in the court to say, well, the police ain't doing the work, but I bring this to your attention, investigate this to me. Let me see what was the outcome. No evidence submitted to oversight bodies. So instead of Azadin Mohammed take all the information he has about Minister Rodriguez, about Minister Mustafa to the Integrity Commission or the Audit Office or Integrity International or something to prove what you're saying. Nothing. Just social media persecution. Same thing that Azadin Mohammed complaining about. I'm being persecuted. But the difference is when people speak about the things that he was involved in or allegedly involved in, they got people with a long list of proof, witnesses, statement, the box with the gold, Lamborghini receipt, everything. There's evidence. Right? When people talk about things that he has been accused of, there's evidence to back it up. The only evidence comes out of anything Azadin says is that the person accused brings information that completely rubbishes whatever he would have said previously. I'm saying, Azadin, if you have evidence, file it. If you don't, stop poisoning public discourse. You are the reason a lot of Guyanese are focused on foolishness instead of grasping opportunities in the country. Right? Now, dragging private sector, individuals, and contractors into political vendettas is even more dangerous. Guyana's economy depends on businesses feeling secure enough to invest, hire, and expand. When contractors are publicly attacked without proof, it chills investment, it damages livelihoods. That's not reform, Azradin. That's sabotage. And let's be honest, this entire spectacle that we're seeing out of the Mohammed's camp serves one purpose: to distract from the legal reality that cannot be live streamed away. Guyana deserves an opposition, but Guyana deserves a credible opposition, one that debates policy, scrutinizes budgets, and proposes alternatives. Not one that serves, or I should say, survives on outrage, accusations, and confusion. This country is too important. The stakes are too high. The future is too valuable to be derailed by distraction politics. No one is above the law. Not government ministers, not business elite, not political aspirants. Guyana must choose law over noise, institutions over individuals, and development over drama. And that choice, my Guyanese people, that choice should not be a difficult one. Right? It should not be a difficult one. Now, coming off of Mohammed's and the foolishness, I noticed some PNC, APNU personnel were out and about. Right? And again, you continue to see it's like you're running from the grave, you put up with the coffin. Right? You're running from the grave to put up with the coffin. So let me jump to Nimrod Duncan's page. So here's this post here. Opposition MP demands audit of stalled Hosororo Secondary School project. Now, people, let me go to the thing. Actually, no. This guy had some photos. Let me go to the photos. Let me start with Hosororo, the school he wanted explanation for. You know, one of the things annoys me about, well, I can't see the AFC because he's no longer in the AFC. Let me go down. Okay, here we are. Now, Sherrod Duncan. Oh, God. Oh. Sometimes I don't know what's wrong with this transmission. Right? I really don't know. Now, look at the school here. I was here several months ago last year when President Ali did a walkthrough. And this is leaps and bounds forward from where it was. Now, understand something, right? Hosororo is in Region 1. Not even Central Region 1. You got to travel some distance out of Oh gosh, is where is land by? Is Mabaruma? Yeah, I think the airship is in Mabaruma. You have to travel out to Mabaruma to get here, right? I want to say this to you guys. I honestly feel that it is because people like Sherrod Duncan has never been a part of a government that has done anything massive anywhere in the country. They don't have an understanding of what it takes to execute some of these projects. Now, please understand me. This is by no means Linden. And when I say Linden, I mean, okay, Linden is a community that is away from Georgetown, but you can drive to get there in an hour. You can send container loads and truckloads of materials there. It will get there in the space of an hour, 2 hours. It will get there. Right? Hosororo now is someplace quite in the hinterland, region 1. So most likely, if you're driving there, it's a hell of a drive. I think you could drive from region 1 to region. No, you got to take a boat. You could drive a certain, you got to take a boat, and then if you're flying there, it's only so much you could fit on a plane. Now, take into consideration the planes that we have operating in Guyana, right? How many of them could carry all their material there one time or in a day to get everything done? Are we taking into consideration the availability of materials given the construction boom in all the other regions across this country? Even if you say, okay, you put it on the boat, you send it up. How many sacks of cement? Let me go back to the photo. How many pieces of this steel structure here you think fitting on a boat trip? Think about it, right? So they would have tried their best to get material that is easier to move to construct this school, a modern school. And again, it could be a case that Sherrod Duncan was a part of a government that in construct no new school in the hinterland, no new high school, nothing in the hinterland. So they don't have an understanding of what it takes to execute these projects, right? So again, I'm asking Nimrod, how long you think it take to get these things there? Given the fact that, okay, the boat is available, they have people and their vehicles traveling on the boat as well. You got people from region 1 who bringing in stocks as well. So the whole boat can just take over with materials to Hosororo Secondary School, right? It's not like the people aren't working and they're not there working. They're doing the work. But again, clearly no understanding of logistics at these kind of far-flung facilities and what it takes to get it done. So he just standing up there like the Nimrod he is, looking for attention. Like if the school is not progressing, they don't have one high school project that they actually did, much less to say, well, they finished on time. And that is the vexing thing. How are you now lamenting and complaining about an administration that is actually doing what you never did? Right? That is actually doing what you never did. Complete Nimrod. Complete Nimrod. So it's not a case where you come and you see an empty fenced off place, and people putting up the framing and getting this stuff done. What happened? What happened? They're supposed to snap the fingers and the school just go up and build and paint it and ready to use? Literally everything is a problem. So he is in region 1, making himself an ass. Housing on paper, bush on the ground. Today I visit Track A in Mabaruma following public statements that house lot allocations were made and infrastructure works are advancing. This asshole. Yes, house lot allocations are made. Isn't infrastructure advancing behind you? Huh? Look, the excavator making the road, the rolling out the road. Then putting in the culvert. Infrastructure advancing. These are the people that some Guyanese chose to lead them. What I would honestly like to ask Sherrod, what were you expecting to see there? Right? These houses were given out, I think, about a month or two ago. Or late last year. Right? About a month or two ago. Again, you gotta look at the area. Equipment got come in. What happened? But is it that y'all ain't develop no new housing scheme anywhere in the country, so you don't understand what it takes to get a housing scheme up and running? And what you would prefer, that there was no allocation and the people just sitting down there waiting on the infrastructure to be laid out? You take into consideration whether patterns in the area, whether it would have allowed for speedy work. So what if they were allotted and they're now putting in roads and culverts and electricity and water and all that kind of thing? You know where you are. These guys, look, it's literally everything they're finding to complain about. Everything they're finding to complain about. The school building, they ain't build no school, but he got a problem with the school. Let me hear this nonsense.
As I've said, and this is an area called Track A. One of the things that I'm looking at on the ground here is how government is providing housing here in Mabaruma. What is the housing sector looking like? And here is one of the areas that they've been boasting. Track A, Mabaruma. I'm sitting on one of the unfinished culverts here. I can discern there's a roadway, this dirt patch that is coming in here. I can discern there are some unfinished.
You can discern that you're an ass.
Just would, as it is here, would just be throwing water off of the hillside here into this area beneath us here. So that is one of the things we're looking at. Now, as we've been saying, housing is not just an allocation. There's another culvert on this side here. Housing is not just an allocation.
I can't listen. It's just be continuous foolishness and he don't get to the point. If the people putting in a road, right? You then got build the culvert for the water to pass and they say don't wash away the road. They don't let nothing get to the final point, you know. They just running, play the no, and why you jump to the top? Let me check this last one. I gotta get out of here early today, people. Look. Let me hear we saying.
Where we don't stop in at the Coburima Bridge to check on the progress. And this bridge has been under repairs for about 2 years now. And at this occasion, we are back in Mabaruma. It is no different. The bridge is still under repair. This is the Coburima Bridge.
Listen, he didn't even showing you the bridge. He's showing you the bypass the people make so that traffic could still go over the bridge. Let me go down further to see. Also, the bridge building. Okay. Listen, if you guys are happy with that representation from people like Sherrod Duncan, right? That's all well and good. I just find it hard to listen to the kind of foolishness that come out of people like Sherrod. Sherrod comes from a party that literally cannot point to anything similar under their tenure. You understand? Their wild-eyed infrastructure minister who couldn't see straight if he tried. Not one major project. David Patterson can't go to any his children them in his old age or his grandchildren and say, hey, when I was infrastructure minister, I look over building that. Nothing. Nothing. No legacy whatsoever. Only legacy Sherrod got is ringing the bell and the money from Chronicle that the AFC told us about. That, yeah, that's it. Now he coming to play his Lord Protector infrastructure. You going around to check bridge and road and this. I'm asking Sherrod Duncan, please. You went to Hosororo and you went to check the secondary school. You went to check a bridge. You went to check a road. Please go and check a bridge, a road, and a secondary school built by the APNU AFC, or just by the APNU, or just by the PNC, 2020 to 2025, 2050 to 2020, sorry. Please, go and give us an update. Show us the good governance of the APNU and the non-corrupt behavior of the APNU, right? That the roads were built and they last until now, that the APNU built. That the schools that the APNU built ain't got no defect, it ain't got no problem, nothing going on with it. It's still intact and it's working. Show us the bridges that the APNU built. Right? That intact, ain't got no problem, it had no corruption, it built at the cheapest cost, the contractor finished on time. Show us, Sherrod. Show us one school, high school, built in the hinterland by the APNU, please. Until then, have a seat, buddy. The banner's like a nuisance. Every little thing Sherrod running behind, he's standing by a bridge in the hinterland there. Oh, this is the bridge to the hostel. Bro. I know that Guyanese in general got better sense, right? But there are those few who are swayed by the foolishness that you hear from a Sherrod Duncan. Easily swayed by it. And I think that's sad. Program. I was waiting on the transcript. But let me hear what Tabitha had to say. Well, listen, I gotta get out here. I can't do that. I gotta go. Guys, see you here tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you for tuning in with me this morning. Yes, I went to the airport. Mitchell Caesar visa get revoked for association with Azarine Mohammed. Right? Y'all be good Guyanese wherever you are. Drive safely on the roadways. And as I usually say, before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin himself. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hood, strips on his side. But this Guyana no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fight. Cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on
by Azarine Mohammed, which he said certain things about some Brazilian worker. That is not true. Right? My son made contact with a Venezuelan woman. I have her name here for some welders. And she came to the office and had a conversation with them from Brazil. And after about 30 minutes, she said they can do the job, a self-propelled job, for 55 million. I said, okay, but they will have to come here for we to draft out a proper contract and what they have or has to do. She also said that she need money for the plane ticket. I wrote a check to her. She made us destroy the check because she said the bank don't change check for her. We wrote the check for 1.5 million to one Jason Cummings. He took the check, changed it, give it to her, which I have a receipt here that Jason delivered the money to her. Right? After about 12 to 15 days, she called back and said the people feel insecure that they wanted return passage. They must feel secure that when they want to go back after the 3 months, they should go. She came and I gave her cash, which I have the receipt here also. She signed for it, 1.1 million dollars, right? On Tuesday morning, I was told the Brazilian arrived. I saw about 8 of them downstairs. I called them up and I'll make sure they had something to eat. The guys told me, the Brazilians, that they will take today off and they will start work in the morning. I said, no, you guys have to get an interpreter with Foncia, right? There's the name of the Brazilian woman, right? And we have to get a contract before you guys start work. Anyway, they came yesterday, which is Thursday, right? And the interpreter, which she said, the interpreter name is Simone, they bring her along, said she's willing to give a statement as to what transpired. And what transpired, which she willing to endorse, is that we made an arrangement for 55 million. And when they talking to Foncia and them, they said 125 million, right? Guyana dollars. So back and forth to them, I said, no way, I can't pay that because I think $55 million is okay. So the lady Simone, the interpreter, asked me if I'm willing to do a day work. I said yes, right? Because they're already here. And they wanted 20,000 Guyana dollar a day. And I said, no way, that is too much money. Because I don't pay my top welders them that kind of money in Guyana here. Let me go to the food where they're talking that, and they work, they never work. The hotel will put them in, could endorse that they never work here. They wanted to work, I said, no, we have to get a contract before you start work. And I have the hotel bill in front of me. That guys eat a lot of money. I eat a lot, like 265,000 in food in 3 days, and the hotel fee is 351,000. You down there here, this is the receipt from the hotel, right? So when they go and tell Mohammed should have call and said to verify what these people saying. But what I feel happened is that this lady, Fanisa, get the people the money to go back. But she wanted the money, so she played a sad story with Mohammed. And Mohammed should do the honorable thing of asking me before he published a set of garbage on Facebook. It's in 1973. I've been in construction across the country. At the age of 19, I was already the manager for SC Nabi and Sons. I report the matter to the police because this girl collect this money. The police will advise further, and definitely I carry Mohammed's to court because what he posed down is not true. They owe me money if you want to check it because give she 2.6 million to get these people here, and they want the security they must go back. And they told me plane tickets, but them guys admit to me that the lady, Phoenicia, or what's her name, make the travel with bus. And I pay her for plane tickets. I think the police should hold for Nancy, what's her name, and question her to see who telling lie. If me telling lie or she sat story to Mohammed is the truth. I have all the receipts, I have all the evidence, I have everything down here. Right?
Now,
I have the a pay. You know what I mean? Few contractors would bring foreign workers and the house, the furniture and go in the house as yet and put them up a hotel. And they go, me tell the hotel what they should eat. They go and take what they want, order what they want. Look at the food here. 3 days, 265,000. Yes, you give people the impression that, you know, me and look after them. Me and these people then make no arrangement for them to come. Is this the Brazilian lady? Is the Brazilian lady who make arrangement for them to come? But the lady grabbed the money and go and tell the sad story. Here, they bring this to me. The first time I heard about this price is when the phone call with the lady, Vanessa, right? Said that they would do it for 54,180,000, right? Equal to, I mean, 5 multiplied by 54 million. But the interpreter, right, Veronica, could endorse. Veronica, even tell them why is it you raise from 55 million to 125. They said plenty work, plenty work. And when they watched the drawing, they could not have interpreted the drawing. They didn't know what is a self-propelled barge. Right? And I think what happened kind of way is better for me because I would have poured in a set of money, they would have chop up my steel and throw and do nonsense. I feel probably what happened, this lady telling said, look, you all could make plenty money, but she looking at the money what she could make. So then people just run and come here. We're in this country, people paying 25,000, 28,000 per day, man. Let me be real. And I offer them, which the interpreter, which is them people who they bring. I said, look, work for the rate that we paying here, and I could work and get some money for care home. They refuse it. You know what I mean? They refuse it. It's not a case where I chase them, I go along anyway, but if you will work, we're going to keep you. What Mohammed wants, I put them up to a hotel, let me carry a tea house and put them up if you want. And what's saying that I personally see that I people who say so, like he carry them at his house. If they're not working, which I put them 3 days in a hotel and they don't willing for work, right? They bring an interpreter, which is them people, and they say what they're doing is wrong. Let Mohammed carry and put them in his house.